IPMNation.com.
Matt Connarton Unleashed.
All right, everybody, very happy to have on the phone with us the gentleman named Dave Gutter from the band Rustic Overtones, who I'm sure many of our listeners are familiar with. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing great.
Listen, really excited to talk to you because I've got your new disc right here in my hands, Rustic Overtones, Let's Start a Cult, and I was very happy to get this in the mail. I was listening to it today, actually, and really good stuff. 8 tracks, you kind of went with I don't know, do you call that an EP if it's 8 tracks? It's kind of like in between an EP and an LP, I guess.
Yeah, that's what everyone says, and it's right in between, which is, I kind of like it. It's like, that annoying time length. But I think that it's actually it doesn't overstay its welcome.
Sure.
And I think it's the perfect length. I think we need to make another. Maybe it's like an RP.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Well, yeah, I mean, because really, ultimately, it's about quality, not quantity. And if you can do something that's stripped down in terms of the length, but really solid, sonically and from a songwriting standpoint, I think that's great. So.
Especially when you're competing with like people watching internet videos of like a kitten that can play the piano or something like that. You need to have something that's not going to demand their attention for too long. So this is a concentrated dose of rustic overtones that I think is akin to a kitten that plays the piano.
I like that. And of course, it is called "Let's Start a Cult." And I was listening to the title track, and it's very, it seems like it got kind of a dark theme if you're judging it just by the title, but the song is actually really peppy and catchy. And I mean, is there what does it mean exactly? What do you have in mind, or is it the kind of thing where it's up to the listener to interpret it?
Yeah, well, it has this kind of like a silly darkness to it, because it's not really that dark. The main thing that makes it dark is that the word cult, and it's always had a negative connotation, and it's like talking about, just what, like starting a band is like, getting people together with a common thought, and then trying to get other people to share that with you, and, when you sing at a live show and people are singing the words back to you, sometimes it feels like, you're making this greater impact on people, and you're making this, like, deeper connection with people.
Sure.
And it's a cool thing, and that's kind of what, like, Let's Start a Cult is about. And it's also kind of about, it's like salvation. It's very positive. It's saying it's okay to be sad. You don't need to, like, numb yourself with pills and stuff because you're sad. It's
Sure.
okay to feel sad. It's supposed to always be happy, and it's got a whole bunch of things going on. But it's a little dark, but I think it's just twisted enough that it's still kind of like cheeky and happy.
Yeah. No, definitely, I dig it. And is that the single that's being, because I know you're already getting some airplay on some Northeastern radio stations with this. That is the single, I assume?
We haven't really pushed a single.
Yeah.
We've just been kind of pushing the album.
Sure.
And if someone wants to play, if a song connects to them, they want to play it, it's great. But we haven't gone the normal path of, like, promoting a record. We're really trying to just promote it like you would a cult, like it, and the grassroots kind of,
Yeah. No, I think that's cool. And, one of the great things about existing in the era that we do is that the internet kind of really allows you to do that much more than, say, when you guys started, because obviously Rustic Overtones has been around for a long time. So I also want to ask you about a song that really grabbed me on this disc is track 7, Say Yes. And I was really listening to the lyrics, and I couldn't help but, as I'm listening, I'm kind of relating. And please tell me if I'm reading way too much into it. And music geek that I am, I tend to do that when it comes to lyrics. But I felt like, is this autobiographical in the sense of you saying that you were kind of saying yes to doing this this album or this EP and continuing with Rustic Overtones? Because you guys did go away for a while before you came back in 2007, I think it was. So, I mean, again, am I reading too much into it, or is there some meaning to that?
That's exactly it.
No kidding.
No, you got it. I try to make things that are, it's kind of a general self-doubt kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And, just perspective and trying to, keep your spirits up,
Yeah.
That's like the kind of the whole theme of the whole album, and I like that there's, different songs that kind of apply to different things and different moods, but they all kind of thread in together, and that's, I'm glad that you like that song.
Oh, I do, yeah, I love it, and then it goes into the final track, Going Out with a Bang, so I kind of felt like, I dig the artwork too, because it really, to me, it relates to what I interpreted as the theme here, where you've got the fork on the cover, the fork in the road, which you talk about in the track Say Yes, and then you end it with Going Out with a Bang. So now, is that any kind of a hint? Is this the last Rustic Overtones release? I hope not. Am I reading too much into that?
It's tongue-in-cheek, and
yeah.
I made it like that, kind of like, because I thought it would be kind of fun to, people are always like, oh, you guys broke up before, and everyone's like all skittish, like they're worried,
yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, good.
We're trying to, but it's good to have that fear in people,
Right. Well, yeah, if it creates a little bit of a...
I just like the idea of it. I just like that it had so many different connotations, and one was that, a lot of it's about like hardships that people in the band have gone through, and
sure.
not even hardships, but just experiences and situations that have been life changing.
Sure, sure.
So you add those things in, and you write about those things, and then it's kind of like a wink at the end, to say that like it sounds like it's all over, but it's not. And the very end of that song, like the grand finale, is kind of like the main character of the cult story, getting back up on his feet by the people that he's been preaching his message to the whole time. So
sure.
It's a little pretentious, but you can't really make a concept album without being a little pretentious. So we tried to embrace it the best we could, and it was a really fun album to make.
Yeah. I mean, would you say it's the most fun that you've had? I mean, in terms of making a disc, I mean, I know it's probably like trying to pick a favorite kid, but I mean, with all the experience that you've had and all the material that you've done, not only with this band, but with Paranoid Social Club, and I mean, you've had a long career. I mean, is this the most fun you've had, do you think?
I don't know if it was. The record sounds fun.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
There were times when it was like pulling teeth recording it, so it wasn't
really
the most fun. But we experienced a lot while we were recording this record. So, and we had a lot that was going on in our personal lives. But, I try to talk about that without talking about it.
Right.
I just try to say something that is something that my friend will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Or, when I say this line, he'll know what I mean because, it's like a reference to something. Or, so those kind of things, that in that way, it's personally about people, but it's all under this big umbrella of a concept album and a story.
Sure. And in terms of the lyrics, I mean, they're more, and I think it's been this way for most of the Rustic Overtones material. The lyrics are more like that, where you can kind of interpret and project, whereas, say, with Paranoid Social Club, it was more blunt and obvious. But what is it that, and just going back just for a moment to 2007, I think it was, right, when you guys started again, what was it that brought you back together? What was it that made you say, or not necessarily all of you, because it's not the same, obviously it's not all the same people who were there at the beginning, but what is it that made you wanted to get Rustic Overtones moving again?
Well, none of us really wanted to get Rustic Overtones back together. It was just Tony Magnabo.
Really?
And he got us all back together, and then he left the band.
But you're probably...
That's just how Tony is.
Right.
That is a true story, though. I just made it sound a little blunt and harsh, but no, we love Tony, and I talked to him last night.
Yeah.
But that is what happened. He got us all back together, and then it was like I created a monster, and Gary Gimetti plays drums now.
Yeah.
And Mike Taylor on keys, although I think this weekend Spencer might be sitting in on keys. Really? I'm not sure, so it's just a rumor.
Interesting.
Within the band.
Yeah.
But I think he might sit in because Mike Taylor, our current keyboard player, is not available. We thought it'd be fun to play with Spencer again.
Wow, yeah. Now, how long has it been since Spencer played with you guys? I mean, it's been at least 5 years, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right. So now
we hang a lot. All of us, we all hang. But like what we do and the chaos that can be Rustic Overtones is more of what they left, not us. We're all still together, but like we travel a lot, and sleep upright and that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you doing a lot of dates on this tour? Is this going to be a big tour?
I'm on a need to know basis. I know the internet's there if I ever need to find out, but usually I just kind of like map out what the week looks like, and I know that this week we are in at the Stone Mountain Art Center, which is a really beautiful venue in Maine.
Yeah. And let me just ask you too, and I won't keep you too much longer, but you made a comment at the beginning about how you wanted to do a shorter recording because, as you put it, and it's a great observation, you're competing with somebody watching a cute video of a kitten on YouTube or something. Do you think that has that changed the industry? Obviously, the internet has changed the industry in terms of how people get music now with downloading MP3s and whatnot. But do you think that that's really also caused a much greater sense of immediacy and urgency in terms of how you communicate with the fans and just in general?
Yeah, it is. There's entertainment and media and everything coming from every direction more than ever. So
yeah.
Our kids are going to be a lot smarter than us because of it. Or stupider. Maybe they just feel scatterbrained. Who knows? But
yeah.
There's a lot of information out there, and it's hard to compete with. These cat people are they're attention whores. They just want to put their cats all over the internet. And Spencer actually did he tagged one of his videos as saying that it was a cute kitten video.
Oh, no kidding.
So he would get some more people to click on it, which is smart.
I admire that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And on the tour, are you playing this entire disc in full, or are you just doing some of it? Or
no, we're not playing it in its entirety. We may do that. We were talking about just putting a show together where we do Let's Start a Cult in its entirety and Rooms by the Hour in its entirety.
Yeah. Yeah, because with a concept album, it must be tempting to do that.
Yeah, it is. But at the same time, the arc of music when you're like sitting down listening to it is much different than the arc of like going to a live show.
Sure.
With a live show, you need to have like this, this fire, this energy, and the moments, the ups and downs are a little bit, different than they are on an album. So it's always. I like to do it at some place that's like really like cool and like intimate, like a very listening, vibe to do something like that.
Right.
Like maybe a theater or a show like that. But I think for your regular like going out and you're rocking a crowd in the summertime, you need to like play a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You have to kind of like. We have so many different styles throughout our albums that it's fun to touch upon those styles and play them live.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you guys have a lot of influences.
So there's both. There's both. I do look forward to doing the album in its entirety, but right now for this tour, we're not. We're doing that.
Right. And by the way, I would like to note too that looking at the liner notes, I mean, you guys recorded and produced this all on your own, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the mastering, but
like the first two songs, the drum tracks and the first two songs were recorded, and the acoustic guitars were recorded onto a cassette.
No kidding.
Yeah, on this like old like Tascam machine.
Oh wow, no kidding, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we a lot of them were demos, and then it ended up having like because of the bad recording quality, we kind of just had this like not bad but like lo-fi, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Had a mood to it, so we just kind of stuck with it because it kind of sounded like 60s and stuff.
Yeah, I dig that kind of stuff, and I know a lot of people who do, and it's it definitely works well with this disc. Do you find that more satisfying when all the recording and the production and everything is done within the band? Or is it kind of a pain in the ass at times?
I really do. I like sometimes it's good when it's that's my dog Ramon.
Oh.
Ramon, be quiet. Sometimes sometimes you can get too close. You can get too close to it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You can't really you need to be removed from it. You need a third party.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Well, listen, Dave, thanks. We won't keep you anymore. Thanks very much for talking with us tonight. This has been really cool. I want to encourage everyone to check out Rustic Overtones on tour now in support of Let's Start a Cult, which I listened to all the way through today, and I really, really like it. TheRusticOvertones.com is the website. I'm staring at it now. It's a nice site. It's got tour dates on it, and I definitely want to try to get out and see you guys, because I've never seen Rustic Overtones live. I did see, I saw Paranoid Social Club live a couple times and really enjoyed it, but I've never seen Rustic live. So, Dave, I'm going to have to get to a show.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. It's a totally, we put a lot of, it's a really, really fun time, and we're really psyched about the new album, and our new songs live are, really exciting and inspiring.
Yeah. Very cool.
All right, that's Ramon's barking again, but thank you very much, and I'll talk to you soon. Hope to see you at the show.
All right, Dave, thank you.
Matt Connarton Unleashed.
IPMNation.com.